Welcome to this week's episode of the 5 Grand Golf Bets. My name is Matt Gannon, and I'm going to tell you how to break down $5,000 on the 2024 Sony Open. If you're new, each week you get $5,000 to spend, and here's how you're going to divvy it up. Whether you want to tell me $500, $50, $100, this is how I would do it. If I had $5,000 to spend, this is how I would spend it. So let's get right to it. We're going to start with 2 first-round leaders. Usually I wait for these till the end, but we're going to go right out with the first-round leaders. First one, 200 of that 5,000 is going to go on Russell Henley, first-round leader at 36-1. Now, I don't love Russell Henley this week. I'm going to be honest. I don't love Russell Henley this week. I was thinking about betting him outright. Then I looked into his stats. He lost on approach last week, which is not great. Russell Henley is a guy who hits his irons extremely well. That is his best weapon, and we can't have him losing with his best weapon. But I would feel like an absolute idiot if I missed on Russell Henley, first round leader at a Russell Henley golf course. Russell Henley's won here before. He's finished top 5 multiple times before. And we know Russell Henley loves a first round. He gets out the gates so quick. He played last week in Hawaii. Hopefully he hit his irons poorly just because that was his first week back in a while. I am banking on our guy to find that iron prowess after a week of practice. But here's the way to get some Russell Henley exposure. First round leader, 36-1. Just a sprinkle. Don't love it. Okay. Second bet is another first round leader. We got a bomb. 93-1, $200. Matty Schmid, first round leader. Now, I talked a bit about Matty Schmid on the DFS show yesterday, but this guy, a German, last year was his PGA Tour rookie season. And if we know one thing that he did, he came out the gates so quick in every tournament. Every single time he teed it up, he was like T5 through 10 holes, 5 under through 10. Just so many birdies so quick. And then after that, like he would just do nothing. He would make his 8 birdies in the first 2 rounds and then just do nothing, hang on, finish T30. But a guy who comes out the gates quick, a guy who kind of lived for these first rounds, I'll take a flyer on a 90-1 plus first round leader. So let's do that. Matty Schmid, 93-1 first round leader, $200 on that. So we got Henley, Schmid, first round leader. We have $400 spent. Here's how we're going to do the rest. Ludwig Aubert, top 10 plus 190. We're going to throw $1,000 on that. I'm still not sure if I'm going to bet Ludwig outright. I kind of like him on this golf course. He has shown his best work on these positional shorter golf courses, which is weird to think because his skill set is long and straight off the tee. You wouldn't really think driving accuracy and wedges, but he's done really well on these courses. Maybe it's just a nerve strength of field thing. But he's one of the best players in this field without a doubt. We know he's been able to do it on these style golf courses. So we're getting near 2-1 on a top 10. He's the odds-on favorite. I'm gonna do it. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna bet him outright. That'll come later tonight. But that's $1,000 on that. Ludwig Aubert, top 10 plus 190. Fourth bet, biggest bet. Brian Harman, top 20 plus 115. $3,000 on that. Okay, Brian Harman, not a course horse, but a great course fit. Look, this golf course makes too much sense for Brian Harman to have such bad results, but I explained it yesterday. I think it was a time of the year thing. He usually plays a little bit in the fall, doesn't really play this century because he doesn't win every year. Now he's been playing a little bit more in the fall. Obviously, he won the Open Championship. Played his last 2 events were at the Hero and at the Century last week, where he finished top 10. So this year he's playing a lot more golf than he has in the past. So I think that his prior bad results came from just not playing golf, truthfully, because this golf course makes so much sense. We see Brian Harman have great results at the RSM Classic, the RBC Heritage. Very similar style Bermuda golf courses, and that's what we're going to see here at Waialae. So there's no reason Brian Harman can't compete on this tournament at this golf course. So top 20 should be a no-brainer. Top 20 plus 115, $3,000 on that. And we have one more bet to make. We have $600 left to play. That's Ryo Hisatsune, top Japanese plus 330. A very interesting bet here, but looking at all the Japanese players in this field, we know we have Hideki Matsuyama. And then the rest of them, guys you probably don't know. DP World Tour guys. A lot of young amateurs play in this event every single year, young Japanese amateurs. But Ryo Hisansune is a DP World Tour winner, and really his only competition, in my opinion, is Hideki Matsuyama. And Hideki Matsuyama's game right now is pretty bad. Truthfully, it's pretty bad. We saw him last week at the Century. He was like 5 under all week at a golf tournament, at a golf course where guys were going 25 under. His game is not in the right place. And I love Hideki. It just comes down to an injury for him. And we know how bad he putts at this event historically. So Ryo, he is like I said, an up and coming. He's the next Hideki, basically. He's an up-and-coming Japanese golf prodigy, already won on the DP World Tour at the French Open, which is a golf course that gives you a lot of wedges, similar to what we see here. So I'm buying Ryo, and you're going to see him more this season. He graduated to the PGA Tour from the DP World Tour last season. So let's do the damn thing. You only have to beat a few golfers, plus 330. Ryo Hisansune, top Japanese, plus 330. 600 on that. Brian Harman, top 20. 3,000 on that. Ludwig Aubert, top 10, 1,000 on that. Matty Schmid, Russell Henley, first round leaders, 200 on both of those. So those are the $5 grand golf bets. I'll be back soon with the 6K DFS darlings. Any questions, reach out to me.